Hey everyone! Today at the Apex Reserve, we're building a kingdom for one of Africa's rarest predators, the West African lion. These lions are critically endangered and incredibly important to protect. So, we're creating a habitat that feels vast, natural, and truly worthy of a king. So let's get building. Alright, so here we are. Back where we had finished off in the last episode with the wonderful brown bears. And I love the way they just sit there. So cool. And we'll just go ahead and exit out of there. So today's plan, we will go ahead and introduce a new carnivorous animal. And something, that might be very popular, well known, and I had some ideas. I was considering possibly the lion, or to be honest I have to check what I have. Since I don't have all the DLCs, we'll have to see what options we have, but so far I'm really loving the way the park is looking right now. We had also gotten the exhibit finished up. I still feel like I should have a pillar coming through the center here, and then maybe advertising each of the reptiles, although I'm not sure how clear that is when you look. We'll test that later and see what's possible. But right now we're gonna go into the next habitat with a little bit more, I guess I could say, free will. I mean, most of this park has been built on free will, but not much plan. I went into the crocodile habitat basically with the idea that I learned from Adam Up over at his channel, and then this bear habitat was also just trying something new. Really wanted to learn how to make these kind of backstage rooms. We'll try to see if we can blend the two and build something right here, because we are trying to build the zoo forward and get close to that mountain range because it looks so cool, and I would love to build something either on the top of that or the guests go in there, so we will figure that out. But let's see here. I definitely will build on this side. I was considering this, but I think we can do something a little bit smaller here, and then we have to add some kind of restaurants or shops right there. I'm considering maybe doing that right now actually, because we really haven't given the guest any kind of proper food plaza, snack area besides the one that we built, I believe, in the first episode right here. And you guys see how crowded that is. It's because that's the only one, and then that's the only toilet right over there. And it isn't a very big zoo, so it's a little understandable, but we should definitely build something here. Let's see what our options are actually. Yes, facilities. I'm hoping there's a blueprint for the restaurants. Should probably go right here. Food stalls, yeah. So we do have these European style restaurants, which are pretty cool. I would like to build my own restaurant, but just to get the guests some more options, we'll add one of these right now. I have used both of these. I'm trying to remember which one I like more though. Do something like that. So the people sitting on the top have a view of the bear habitat, which I think would be really cool. Is there outside seating? No. Okay. We can probably make that. Could we actually put two of these? Let's see. Do something like that. And have the path go right in the center of them. And whoever sits on the top is still getting the same view. Okay, very nice. Looking a little dark. Is there a way to do this automatically? Oh, that was really bright. Did that hurt anybody else's eye? It because it did mine. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm just gonna have to clear this up a little bit. Did it get a little foggy? What is this weather right now? Is that hurting anybody's eye as much as it's hurting mine right now? Okay. Awesome. Still remembered what I used. Okay. And... oh wow. Yeah, so I guess I did not have the weather on automatic, which I was wondering about. And now I'm realizing the snow is really in your face. Although it's going to be kind of interesting to see how all these habitats look like now. Is this water going to freeze? And you guys remember my reaction to this situation. There are so many more crocodiles now. It is pretty crazy. I mean, wow. I understand why Florida has an issue where they have, I believe, if I'm correct on this, they have an overpopulation issue of crocodiles and alligators. Okay. I believe these should be open. Yes, open. Okay. Same thing here. Perfect. Now it's just a question of the guest coming over here. Do we make a patio right here? What if I took these same tables and then maybe just create a custom floor? I don't know how that's uneven. It looks pretty even to me. That's pretty silly. Okay, let's see if we smooth this out. Will that help? Let's hope that did. Nice. Okay. Let's see if we do something like that. Actually, it's pretty crowded over there. Oh, same issue. We can create a nice little garden or something like that. Just fill up some foliage in that side. Okay. Very nice. And can we just take this floor? I'll have to raise that up myself. Let's see. Not my favorite thing right there. And it's not letting me push it down either. If I increase the intensity maybe? Nope, that's not helping. Could separate these. Perfect. Could have done that from the get-go. Okay. kind of gives us more space for tables, but we are kind of spilling into the path here. Could do that. Oh. So, did not know that situation was going on. It should be fine. I could totally raise that as well, but... Actually, because I'm just going to think about it. Rather than overthinking it, we'll just fix it. I don't know why I laugh at when it works out like that. And then we'll just move these over a little bit. Okay, there we go. They get really personal with the kitchen. And why not add... What kind of fence is this? Can we mimic this maybe? Okay. Not too bad. I mean, it's not the greatest, but the overhang there. But it works. It works for us here. Okay. And probably do something similar here. I believe they will walk on this. Maybe they're just not feeling restaurants right now? That could be it. Just bring it out to here and then we'll separate it from group just like we did before. That should be fine. Okay. Although, that is pretty silly. Will these move up? Yes. Perfect. Isn't it great when that works out? Just the same deal we did before. We'll leave one of those open. Okay, perfect. I will find out if the guest actually walked over here. I've seen it before, so we will find out. Oh, you know what, actually? I believe I do have to connect the tables. Tables, yes. Link. Now, I'm a bit confused. Wait, those are connected? Are they not inappropriate? Restaurant needs tables for guests to eat at. Only restaurant tables within 99 feet of the facility. Tables can be linked. Okay. How can I unlink these though? Gonna have to look that up. But for now, we'll know that they'll at least have options to sit. Okay, let's go ahead and get our next habitat started. I don't think I've seen these big guys in the water. What are you walking on there? Okay. That's pretty cool. We always saw the juvenile bears in the water, but I'm glad these guys are actually taking a dip. You still carrying your toy? Is there water in here? Okay. That looked very shallow. Alright. And we haven't really checked, so before we move forward... Yeah, I was confused what was going on there. Let's go ahead and move that and reset that enrichment so they can have fun with that. There you are. Look at you, Daredevil. Okay, right as I say that, you just... just jump off that. How many feet is that? That was a pretty good jump. And then our wolves over here. Yeah, there's a lot of wolves. And they are vocal. In the last episode, these guys were howling constantly. And I made sure there wasn't any issues. I think they're just very vocal animals. Look at how cute these guys are. Aw. Amberly. And what's your name? Tinble? They're pretty silly names. Oh. Okay. I mean... Okay. Is that not the cutest thing in the world? That was... I can't get enough of them. Alright, so... Now the question is, do we actually go for the lion, or what kind of... I wish we had an option for, like how we have in Jurassic World with the Bengal tiger. These guys are just amazing. Okay. That's an option. I'll just quickly go down this list here. Do we have... What are our actually options for types of tigers? Bengal, giant... Or the Siberian tiger? Okay. Are we on the... So it did snow earlier. I know we're gonna need a pretty snowy environment for them. And we can create that. We can take the terrain tool and add snow. 5 degrees to 82 degrees. I mean, that's quite the range. If I added these guys, I would probably like to make a almost mountain range kind of situation. How many to 1 to 2? 1 female, 1 male. Okay. Grade 3. So... that is an option. Yeah, so they're the only tiger species that live in snowy conditions. I mean, they are called a Siberian tiger, so that's fair. Oh, snow leopards. These guys are something else too. This is gonna be hard, you guys. Oh no. So it really looks like I might have to get the different DLCs, because we have options for sure. But who knows when Planet Zoo 2 is going to come out. And I don't want to feel so limited in options when it comes to, you know, scenery pieces and choices of animals in the Zoopedia. West African lions. I mean, these guys are majestic, amazing. They're the kings. They're king of the jungle. They're king of nature. And they're critically endangered, which is very sad. I mean, that's cool. And yeah, they do... what is the name of when they're traveling in a pack? Pride? Is that what it's called? I'm sure it says somewhere here. I think I knew this one. This is pretty interesting. Female lions do 90% of the hunting. The guys are just back at home chilling. Okay. Nothing about... maybe one of you guys can let me know. Oh, here it is. In a line pride, the alpha male of the group. So yes, a group of them is called a pride. Think. I kind of am curious to do them. To basically adopt. Okay, we're gonna do it. But I just want to check the Zoopedia quickly again here. So up to 1 male and 29 females. So we're gonna have to get we'll wait on the animal trading, make sure there's a healthy enough male. And 29 females. So they'll have babies and such. We can get 2 females and then the 1 male, and we'll see how much they reproduce as well. I believe if we do like, so our limit is 30, which is, I don't know if we're gonna do that. 10 will need 18,000 square feet. Temperature range, grade 3 and 9.9 feet. Okay, so this right here, if I remember correctly, was like 40,000, 43,000. Okay. I feel like the wolf habitat is the biggest. 44. Or no, these guys actually. 56, yeah. Just for 2 of them hanging out. They deserve it. Now, I did see a warning sign here. What's going on? Emberly? Oh no, okay. Make sure... I'll just call both of them. Where are you, Ember? Didn't we just see Emberly? Didn't we? You know, if I just click on the... Oh, for a second there I was like, did one of them get out? And I forgot we put some statues here. Oh, that kind of worried me. Emberly. You're taking a nap? Okay. No, that's Embry. Sorry about that. Emberly. Oh, okay. Being carried. Did I read it wrong earlier? No, right here. Emberly. So already been taken care of. Great. Alright. So let's go ahead and make this new habitat. No one's visiting our restaurants yet. Totally fine. My feelings aren't hurt. Now, I really love this setup with the moat. But I'm not sure how we can do a circular version of this. Let's try it. We're not going to try the circular, but we'll try to get a large rectangle shape. Or at least a large L shaped side. And then the other side can be a little more guarded, closed off, and then there can also be a backstage. Okay. Architecture walls. I believe last time we had done the plaster walls. We can go for something... I'm trying to think of like... what would match the vibe and aesthetic of, you know, a line habitat. Indian architecture. Red wall. I don't believe you can change the color here. Oh, you can, okay. What is... what our options are here. Not too many. Okay, good to know. I'm a big fan of the breeze block. Could do that. Although for the floor, we might have to do something a little different, so we'll go ahead and start setting it up for now. And do maybe plaster again. How's a limestone? Yeah, limestone does look nice. Although, do we want to match it to be a little bit more gray? I took actually tan and then yeah, something like that would be nice. Okay. Go ahead and make a barrier as well. Now, these guys are going to need pretty large fence, actually. Mean that I believe it was 9.9 feet, right? We'll do a null barrier for this. The weather's getting foggy again, isn't it? Is there a line to surface on? No. Larger than that by any chance? Okay, there we go. Let's change that to black so you can see a little better. Okay. Okay, we are gonna have to check in on that. That's not good. Not too worried about that, like, overhang here, because they will have the other wall pieces connected and you're not gonna really see that. Alright, what's going on over here? Who's fighting? Oh no, you're injured? That's not good. Was that the fighting, maybe? First of all, you guys should have higher food quality. Hold of that. Who's the injured? There you are, okay. Hungry? Is that? Aw. Is this not? Guys, we will move on to the other side, but just want to make sure this is fine. Okay. Why'd you get chucked? Oh, because they need to check on you because you're injured. Okay. We're definitely going through a lot of seasons in this episode compared to all the other episodes where we just didn't have any of this. This is not going to be very popular seating here. This doesn't seem like the restaurants are very popular right now. Okay, no worries. Now, let's go ahead. Is this all grouped together? Yes. Add some trim to that. Are we a fan of this though? Okay, kind of. We have That would be interesting, but it would not make any sense if this was up here because the weight of the mesh fence will not be able to hold the breeze block. And painted timber. I do like the idea of having that right there, though. Have it come out a little bit and do the same thing to the top. It's almost like a lip on that. Same thing on the other side. Actually, we need to put it on the same. No. And on the top here, do we have maybe... We just do that. See how close we can get it to this color. That seems, I think it's pretty close. Okay. Hard to tell when you look on the side of mesh, it completely disappears. Yeah. And right here we'll add some railings for the guest. I do like this actually. Just have to make it look a little bit better. The gaps here are not exactly safe for our guest. Maybe we can add... I do like this actually. I wish we could change the color of it though. What do you guys think? What other options do we have here? If I could change the color of it, it would have been awesome. I think that's the same thing, right? Okay. Although... it's not too bad actually, that's pretty cool. Nice. Okay. Am I happy with that? I think I am. Yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and lower it. Okay, before I do that, I should have a completely even surface here, so it's easy to deal with it before we get the path in as well. And do we have these selected? Fast short, perfect. Should have done that from the beginning. I have to keep reminding myself that we do have a lot of elevation or terrain change on this biome. Something that I'm kind of regretting since we've started this episode, but it is totally fine because, as you guys can see, very workable. But sometimes I will not realize my elevation changing until I put a path in, and then it's like, oh, did not know that was going on. I don't know if we'll go this far back, but I'll just change it for now in case we need to use it, or maybe a backstage, because we do have our staff center right there, and this will be easy access for them. Okay. We have quite the space to build this habitat now. I'm pretty happy with it. Now, question is, what side do we want it to go? We plan to make it pretty large. And the viewing for the guests will just be right here, and then the backside will be kind of more private for them. Okay. Oh, got it. Okay. I need to go in there. And now we duplicate. We're making a giant habitat here. I'm telling you guys right now. Might have to move those trees if I go that far out. We go one back. Alright, selected everything here. Sometimes just place one wrong and then you have to kind of redo your process. We're gonna make a giant space for them. And right here, I believe we can have the backstage, because that is quite the viewing area, I feel like. Yeah. Okay. And we just need to add a few here. No need there. Okay. Can I go under? Got stuck. Let's see. There you go. gonna have to do that. Okay. Kind of nice how it turned out this time. I think a lot better than when we made the saltwater crocodile habitat. Make sure there's nothing sticking out there, and not sure what's going on here. Maybe I can smooth it out. Yes. Glad that happened. Okay. And we'll just get a path. Now, maybe I dig this time first and then put the path in. Because last time we had the terrain kind of coming through this wall and kind of messing with the look of our moat. See how far. Okay, so that goes a little too far down. We'll just fix these little gaps that push through the fence. I hope you guys are enjoying this. It's a lot more relaxed build than a couple of our other builds. I think pretty similar to the crocodile one though. But this one I'm very excited for, because not just because it's the West African lion that we're bringing in, but I'm kind of excited for the way this habitat is going to turn out. And while we're just smoothing things out, and then we'll come back in and fix these edges, I just want to quickly say thank you guys so much for all the support in the Planet Coaster videos, the Planet Zoo, Jurassic World 3. I mean, I think we're closing in on 100 subscribers, and it's so cool that 100 of you guys are here to join this journey. It's honestly, it's very humbling, and I feel, I don't know, I feel really good that you guys have trusted me enough to, you know, entertain you for, let's say, even like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It's really cool, and I thank you guys so much. It'd be cool if the water that's, you know, falling down here, if it could just fill up our moat. Then I guess we can't really color it to our liking either, can we? Okay, if I just do push, fix these, and then we're gonna have to smooth that out, because if you guys remember last time, one of our juvenile crocodiles got stuck in one of these holes right here. Not good. Okay. I think we almost got it. Just a few more here. And actually, we could just smooth this out. Maybe I smoothed it out too much there. There we go. Might have to add a kind of barrier at the end there. I don't know if I did that last time with the crocodile's habitat. I should have actually done this first and then gone in and pushed anything that came through. We'll lower our intensity so we don't push too much through. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that was a lot. If it does become too much of an issue, we can add some rocks on the edges for some of the areas. Nice. I don't think we smoothed this area out though. Now comes the next challenge. Hoping that the path doesn't push the terrain into the wall. I am a little bit worried about that. Align to grid, square. We can go for asphalt again. Okay. I see. Yeah. Hello, can I raise this? You're not exactly aligning to the grid here, are you? Maybe I have to go in here and then grab path. Yeah, I'm not sure why you're not aligned to the top piece. Don't need any of that. Elevated length. Someone tell me how you're supposed to raise. Because I know this is an option where... Oh, okay. I might have to come in with the terrain tool again here. And... hopefully we are actually smooth, like basically aligning it with this path here. I apologize guys if this is taking a little longer than it needs to actually. Let's hope that... I remember last time I had actually... We might have to do another idea here. Length. Let's start that over. Paths. Come in from this side. Oh, what if I did that? Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Maybe one of you guys can let me know how I can maybe fix that issue. Have that connected for our staff. Yeah. Not the biggest fan of what just happened here, but let's see if smoothing it will push it back. We got a little lucky in some of those areas. Okay, instead of smoothing, I should have actually done push. Push the terrain back. Okay, I'm glad that actually worked out. So next time, we will put the path in first and then do this. I was really worried that we were going to have this just sticking out of the wall. So, just a pointer for you guys if you plan to do this. Get your path in first and then do all the terrain adjustments. I'm not sure what happened there. Did I just go right under the path, it looks like? Okay. So some areas do still have that problem. Maybe if I smooth it? Nope. It just brings you back to us. Okay. I'm gonna have to do quite a bit of testing for this afterwards, just so we can really perfect this for some amazing habitats. I would like to actually build very realistic habitats in the future here. Okay. Not too bad. Now, can we walk there? Or did I mess up the path too much? Actually, for me, I believe it's not a problem, right? Is that... what is that? I'm gonna have to delete whatever is going on there. Okay. Yeah, I think those fences are gonna be perfect, actually, because they do need 9.9 feet. Did they really? Okay. We have that issue here too. Nope. Okay. Awesome. I'm glad that worked out, you guys. And I'm actually just gonna continue this forward. There we go. Now we got to get our habitat in, or the barriers. I'm just trying to think, what can I do for gate? Something like this. Oh. There we go. Oops. Is that actually? Oh, nice. So that was about 10 feet. That's good to see. Not sure what happened there. Make sure. Now this is where it gets a little challenging, and you don't want to go over the corner. Might have to go in slowly here. Perfect. Yeah. And now, can we just take maybe the... make sure it's a level... There's... okay, it was a level 3, I believe, if you guys remember. At least a resistant grade 3. Electric. What would look cool for these guys, and they would have, you know, some privacy. And I think I have to keep that in mind, being climbable. So I was thinking this, but it does say climbable. Don't want that. The red brick is not. I think that would be pretty cool actually. We haven't used this, or no, we did actually, in the Eurasian lynx habitat. Okay. And just want to raise this. There you go. Awesome. Not too bad. Not too shabby at all. Is this odd? It is kind of odd. Might have to do a wall here and change this to null because we did want to make this a kind of backstaging area. Maybe that goes kind of out to right about here. Okay. Let's go ahead and actually introduce our friends and we'll see what it actually looks like. Or how large they are and how big we need to make the hard shelter backstage. Do we have any healthy males yet? When does this reset? Okay. Oh no. Oh, we just missed it. Okay. There we go. Sadiki. That's a pretty cool name. Customs seizure? Oh my gosh. That's terrible. Okay. Oh, my bad. No path to destination. Let's make sure I actually do have them adopted. We did need 2 females actually. So we have male and a female. Get 1 more. She looks pretty healthy. Ibirum? I thought she was healthy, but it's not really looking like it, so we might have to wait. Okay. And that's just another male. Alright, let's get a path taken care of here. Can we actually... Would it be silly to try to connect it through this way? I love the way the path is just moving with what we need. That's pretty cool. Yeah. We'll have to delete some of those trees. Staff is gonna get a really cool little walk on the way to our buddies here. No. Do I have tunneling? Okay. Or flattened terrain, that's why. And we'll just have to delete some of this here. There you go. Although Color kind of changed, didn't it? Okay. That is pretty funny looking. That building floating there? Totally is. Fix that. Okay. That's quite the walk. It definitely is. I was gonna say it could be a shortcut, but if you think about it, it's about... Yeah, it's the same length, right? They're just kind of walking through the crowd. At least this way they have some privacy. Now we can move our lion friends in. Got another female here. I think it's the same one as before. Yep, ivory room. I don't think I'm saying that right. Okay. And Delu. When I see that name, I'm just thinking of the word Delulu for some reason. Tell me I'm the only one. Or please tell me I'm not the only one. Okay, so while they head over here, let's see if the restaurants are... Oh, that's awesome. Yes, and I'm so happy they're actually sitting in these outside patios. Not sure what the sudden realization that you guys wanted to go to the restaurant was, but I'm glad it happened. Now, there's a few things we need to do there. And I can either do that in this episode or off camera. But I would like to finish off this habitat. Let's go ahead and get... Maybe I think I'm really liking the brick look here, so let's keep going with that. Is there a way for me to connect this? I do plan to change that to null, so I'm not too worried about that. And I can add some kind of pillar there, so it can fill that area up. Let's change our grid size here. Make sure we're aligned here. Our friends in? Quickly check them out first. Oh, wow. The Diki, welcome. I mean, come on, you guys. Tell me that's not a majestic animal right there. And our female friend is here too. Oh, wow. And what was her name? I think it was, yeah, Delu. How can I forget? I just called her Delu. Delu? It's gotta be one of those, right? Delu. Yeah, she's really cool. And you are the hunter. We know that. This guy's just chilling. Being the king and all. Very king-like behavior, right? Okay. Get this. Is this... I feel like it's gonna have texture fighting with what it's doing there. To me, or... Oh, that's the barrier. Okay. I'll get this in, and then we will change this to null. Now, how large do we make this, actually? Suppose we don't need to go, like very large, right? Okay. So close. Not sure what's going on here, because now it's not even connecting to that. We'll have to look into that. May have to add a pillar there. That's odd. Okay. Go ahead and change these actually. Perfect. And here we go. Lovely. The door still makes sense? It does, kind of. Not a fan of that, actually. Okay. I'm gonna pause this. Am I paused? Yes. I'm gonna have to delete this. And I'm gonna lower our length. And it didn't make a difference that I did that, huh? Oh, nice. Okay. Now, change that to null. I'm just not sure why it's not fully connecting. That seems odd to me. Okay, for now, we'll do that. We can definitely add something there to kind of clean up that mess. But not too bad. These guys need some enrichment while they're here, while they're waiting for their home to get built. Unpause that, get everything they need. Get you guys a... Brown bears seem to love these. I'm curious to see if you guys love them too. Get you some food. Where are your food trays? There they are. And I don't know if you're gonna really play with that toy box, to be honest. And we need to figure out where we want to make like a water feature. I think this corner here could work. Don't mind this right now, you guys. This will all get changed. The placement of all this, I know this is pretty messy looking. Just add one of these here for them to play with for the time being. Okay. Alright. Enrichment 100%. Environment. Africa. Grassland. Rain. Hard shelter we're taking care of right now. So, nothing about water, but I know these guys like to drink out of water, just, you know, stick their head in it or anything like that. Yeah, we're definitely going to add that, but around that we can have the environment be rock. Too much short grass. I get that. If I change this right now. Because where is that right now? Yeah. And we'll add rock at the just around the water feature. Okay. Soil seems to be good. They want no soil, which is surprising actually. Okay. I don't know what you're cheering about. Can you even see them? Oh, that's what I need to do. I didn't add like almost like a bay door right here. Get one more right here. the larger one on that side. Okay, there we go. And you guys also need a roof. I have to fill something in there. Do I just do this? I think that is an option, right? So, and if you kind of build this home up, I'm trying to debate if we allow the guests to come in here. I don't know if that'd be much of a smart decision. Gonna have to look into making that kind of backstage where it's a lot larger, where it might kind of extend this way. Yeah, I think these guys are gonna be a pretty popular feature. Oh, you do like the toy. Nice. Oh, do you guys hear that? They're like low growls or sounds are so cool. I absolutely love it. Okay. Let's get the roof on here. Now, with brick, this is going to be tricky. I have an uncle who's into architect, or not into, he has an architect company, construction company, construction company. You'll probably know what goes well as a roof lining for brick. I don't know why I'm kind of feeling the clay tile. What do you guys think? Does that work? I'm trying to go just a little bit over so there can be a bit overhang. Alright, this does the 2 meter. Yes. To know. I feel like that will kind of mess with us. Just have to move this more in. Okay. Don't like that. Not one bit. Okay. I wonder if I can move this actually. Yeah, there we go. Oh, she's already kind of hanging out in here as if she knows this is going to be her new home. I like that. Okay. I'm not gonna get too picky on it just for now. I think I made the mistake of doing the 1 meter grid. Did I hear a guest say hello? You guys hear that? Okay. Yeah, I like the look of clay tile against the brick. That's pretty cool. Really happy with it. Okay, so we're gonna have to cover that up. We can either do flat and then maybe 4 glass tiles in the center, just to have some natural lighting in there. Before I do that, I will just add some bedding for them. Let they know this is their closed space. Now, eventually there's going to be a pride of them. We are going to have to make sure everything is accommodating. How big is our habitat? I never checked that. 55,000 feet. Yeah. So I believe this is our largest habitat right now. It was the Eurasian lynx before. Nope, they still have the record with 56,000 square feet. How is that possible? Okay, let's get an eagle eye. Yeah, okay, I kind of see it. Because it bends backwards or behind the park a little bit here, the zoo, it's pretty large. I think the crocodile, and they're the most. When it comes to animal per square foot in the zoo right now, per habitat, the crocodiles are at the top. And I believe they have the smallest habitat. So we will have to invest in something either nearby or have maybe a really cool like bayou kind of habitat right here. And we'll have to move some of them over. I think that'll be pretty cool actually. Because the zoo owner here has a lot of money. They're not too worried about money. So to be able to do something like... It's why these habitats, they only need I think like 8,000, especially with the brown bears. They have 43,000 square feet of space. And you got our lions here with 55,000, and I believe it was what, 8,000? West African lion. Yeah. Actually, let's do this. Yeah, so we're still good. If they say it can get up to 30 lions, 1 to 2 males, and then 28, 29 females. We have more than enough. I'm so glad. 42,000 and we're at 55. It would be really cool if we get to that level. I mean, that's adorable. Are we able to change names in this game for the zoos? Or zoos, I mean the animals? Does not look like it. That's too bad. Okay. Aw, my cat does the same thing with his ear sometimes when he's sleeping. Okay. Did you really move your toy up here? That's just great. You're gonna have to bring that down, buddy. Okay. How are we gonna make a very cool water feature here? And we didn't really do more with our moat. I wonder if I should change this to a water mode as well. Or do we maybe match the type of, you know, their habitat? They do need rock, so having this overlap into their habitat is totally fine. Do I maybe add like, you know, construction pieces or stuff like that in here, or for now we'll do the water. How would rough water work? How very high is it? Wow, that is very high up. I know that this does go pretty deep in there. Is there spillage anywhere? The fog is really throwing me off now. Oh, they're about to mate. Okay, cool. So we're gonna get some more of them in here. Ooh. I believe we can't have their temperature falling below 40 something, 46. We're gonna need some heaters. Definitely gonna need a heater there. Okay. And where was their desirable temperature? I believe 46 to 104. Okay. Let's just make sure. If I click all these, will it change? No? Okay. I think a nice 70 isn't too bad, right? Oh. I think once I get a roof in here, they're not going to have that issue. Although, why is this not heating up this section? That should help it. Let's go ahead and get the roof in. We can see where we're building. Okay. This was a clay tile. Do we have? Yes. That's great. Are we lined up? Oh. Some of that FPS just dropped pretty heavy there. Not sure what happened. Looks lined up from the inside, so that should be fine. Have a little overlap there. So we really have been changing some temperatures here, haven't we? It's so funny to me that we're on the same grid, nothing changed, and then all of a sudden they don't want to be matching. I don't get why that happens. And it's a little frustrating. Okay, and then right here we'll go ahead and add the more glass flat roofs. Is this a line though? Yeah, okay. Just gotta make sure we don't have any gaps so we don't run into... Okay. That's not what you want to see. Is this one larger? No. Now, is it because I am maybe Don't have a grid access option there. I was trying to see if I can get in there and how much water's coming through, and then I saw the water falling on the roof. Or the glass roof. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, so they're on the edges where they're not really having too much waterfall. And we can see that water is falling right about here where the hole is. It's like it's a leak in the roof. And it is. Just a big old gap. So wonder if we can maybe we should have had this first instead of that other roof. Let me see what this looks like and then I'll delete it. Delete the other one. Frame. Go for that. Okay. No, it doesn't go all the way, sadly. Or it does go there, but just doesn't fill this gap for us. Maybe if I did it vertically. Not very aligned either here, so let's make sure we are. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. I am glad that worked. Pretty sunny there, didn't it? Okay. Just have to kind of even that out and it should look great. There's always a solution. You guys believe in yourself? Anything is possible. I am so happy that worked out, and I think that looks a lot better than what it was gonna be before with these glass modern roof flats. That makes me happy. It with the brown trim as well on the glass. All right, great. Now let's make your habitat look amazing. Where do we want to add the water, though? This is pretty high up, isn't it? Well, I kind of like that because over here, we don't have it that high up. It's decent. Now I'm looking at this. This was cool, actually. And we used these to cover up the terrain because I'm not sure why that didn't work, and it worked over there a lot better after pushing the terrain in. Every time I come here, I am astonished by this. How large is there? 8,200 feet? Yeah. We have to make you guys a second home. I might do that off camera. And we'll show you guys in the next episode. Because in the next episode, we're gonna go all the way through. We're gonna get right up to the mountain. We're gonna introduce maybe 2-3 new carnivores. I think it's gonna be really fun. Probably smaller homes because then we can really, I believe, make I think with smaller space we'll be able to really fill up this area a lot better. I think I'm really going a little too large, and it's kind of hard to personalize it for the animals in there. Let's go ahead and try to make maybe a pond. How deep is that? Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, let's see how that looks once the water's in. Remove this first. Okay. Not sure why he just disappeared. Okay. I'm gonna remove that for now and just move a few of these things because we are going to kind of spruce up the area around the pond. Okay. I think that should be... You're thirsty? Oh my goodness. You know what? I don't think we gave you guys... Okay. You need more rock. Let's go ahead and get you a water pipe. Very crucial. And you need rock. I thought this was rock. Is that not moving? Rock, rock. Make something cool over here for them. Okay, there we go. Just so I remember, grassland and Africa. I think that's this right here, right? North America grassland. Africa desert, Africa tropical, Africa grassland, okay. We'll get a few of these, and then I think this towards the back of the park would be pretty cool actually. And I really like these common reeds. And what is this? So they just took the tree, sunk it down to add. We are going to do the same thing around here because that is really nice. And this is honestly one of my favorite tricks, taking a tree, sinking it down and using it as maybe creating grass or some bushes. It is such a helpful trick. Okay. And we'll just get some of the Africa themed rocks, I believe. Grassland. Africa. Here we go. My favorite things to do in any of these games is decorating ponds like this. I love creating these kind of environments in Planet Coaster too. Something I need to do more of. I've not been doing that enough lately. And doing this right now is kind of motivating me to do that in that game. Trying to make sure we don't block too much of the guest view here. Maybe we add a few in the center. That could look pretty cool. If we can make it to work. If we can make it to work. If we can get it to work. We can make it to work. That is a pretty silly thing to say. Okay. And then maybe have a few just sitting on top of that. All about layering things. It's just such a handy trick. I think Delu is giving birth or already has. Oh, that looks like a baby lion. Gonna have to go check up on her in a little bit here. Okay. That's cool. Quickly got that together. I think it looks pretty nice. And wondering if we kind of make that environment back here. I think that would look wonderful. We don't have scaling. I was about to scale one of these rocks. We can just take several of these. Just so it's not raised up. Or looking like it's sitting on, you know, just nothing. We'll place a few rocks down there. I think she likes it. Is this connected to the whole pond? It is. Okay. Go ahead and split. Make it its own. think just kind of pushing those ones far, a little higher in the back, giving a little force perception, right? Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Okay. Debating if we go all the way around, but I'll have to think about that. Actually, I wasn't the biggest fan of basically everything going on there. Let's see if we can kind of make it work for us. First, we'll move this. Did I just separate that? Yeah, I did. Okay. Sure, it's not clipping. It is, but maybe in the inside it would be kind of nice for them to have some of these rocks. To me, or does that look like the poop emoji? Totally does, doesn't it? Bringing a little bit of the African rock into their home. I think it adds a little personality. Alright, who's our newcomer here? Rabia? Welcome. Oh, you're so cute. Okay. I do feel like they need something going on here, and they are fans of the climbable frames. I would have used these, but the rocks aren't going to really match the kind of vibe we're going. We could make our own version of that there. Yeah, I think they're all... For now, we can do this. And... What is this? Oh, it's a shelter? Okay. Sure, you guys will love one of these. Maybe we turn that around. As well as that. I wish when these get placed that these platforms move out of the way. Because when we can click on these, but of course it connects to where the platform is. Just a few things I hope are different in Planet Coaster 2. Okay. I would like them to have more of these climbing platforms though. Maybe not close to the wall so they run out. If I sunk this in, try something here. Don't need those. That could be kind of fun. I like that. Okay. Now, how are they making these climbing platforms with the rocks? Okay. That is pretty interesting. Can we mimic that? Let's find out. Those edges definitely use these ones right here. Now, where... Are these the only large ones? Maybe it's just those rocks that have the much larger sizes. And of course I can be completely wrong. The dart. Iqbal. It's a very Indian names that I'm familiar with. Okay. You guys think I'm gonna be able to do this? I forgot that I should probably try to make the stepping kind of platform here. Take this as well and just sink it here. That's a cool little floor kind of play place, you know, for them. And what do you call these platforms? Just climbable platforms? Okay. Good to know. Or was that the name of the scenery group? No, okay. Did I not spell it right the first time? Because it would appear so. Okay. Do I not have those platforms? I do have this. We could make this work for us. Not going to be as good as theirs, but we got to learn somehow. Just raise the rock in those areas and we should be fine to go. Now, I wonder if I'll be able to make this work actually. Will our friends actually play on it? Is the, I think, more important question. Okay. can get maybe second one to come up. Okay. You guys let me know if this is okay. I think it's pretty fun looking. Hopefully it matches the African rocks, the look we're going for. I love when they enjoy these pumpkins. Were you just watching me build? Aw. That's so cute. And Dad is just knocked out right now. Cool. Okay, so I feel like we need those climbable branches, yeah. Just stick a few of these like just throughout. Checking out the new toy area. What is this? Sheet, sun, shades, beam. It's a lot of words. Okay. These are really cool and kind of handy for different things. We're gonna have to look into using those. These are columns. I would like to add this in here, actually. Maybe... I'm sure we had a few more of those. I wonder if they've been coming into the water area at all. Let's see what they're complaining about. Okay, so look at the magnificent. You can get a good view. I suppose the view. No negatives. That's cool. Glad to see that. Mom and daughter eating away. Is it lunchtime or dinner? Dad's like, no, don't finish the food. Oh no. Okay, I'll assign that. I'm so sorry. They didn't even leave you any leftovers. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry. Hopefully the keeper comes over here soon. I should not be laughing. That is not funny. Poor Dad didn't get any food. Okay. I wonder if that's him, just not happy. Oh my gosh, they're still expecting offspring. They will not give up. No, no, no. Right. I am really happy with the way this kind of turned out. It's a little unassuming, but it kind of worked out. And I need this here more than anywhere else. think he's mad that he didn't get any food there. And understandably. Not the biggest fan of the way those are kind of sticking out. Okay. And it's a little better. A little bit more blended in. They're gonna have another baby. That's cool. I think. Or is this a family of 4? Now, you guys need some education boards. One there. Might be a little far. Okay. Alright. That should kind of help that a little bit. I think it was a little quiet over here because maybe there wasn't enough education going on. And I might need to get a staff person here as well. Just an educator. I knew what their job was, but for some reason I couldn't get it in that exact second. Okay, and there we go. Hopefully that brings up a little bit of the popularity here. Let's see what's going on here. What's up here? Do you guys hear those wolves? Yeah, they're really letting go right now. Is that the right way to say that? Letting go? No, I don't think so. I think this is a pretty cool start for the West African lion. I'm gonna have to think of some better... Actually, I just thought about something I did in Jurassic World recently. Taking the trees and sort of lowering it and having it just come out of the rocks a little bit like that. Gives it a little natural look. Yeah, I think that looks really nice actually now. Oh, I love that. That background is so cool. Not exactly the most fitting for the whole African like habitat. But trying to build a home for the West African lions and have it match what they are comfortable with, I think it's very doable in any kind of biome setting that you are in, as long as they have what they need. I think that is what I'm trying to remember the name of the animal sanctuary in India. I'd said in one of my episodes before, but the name isn't coming to me. It's by Mbani's son, Ventura, maybe? It could be Ventura. But they have created separate homes for each animal to match exactly what they are comfortable with. Animals that aren't from India, but because they're rehabilitating these animals, they want to make sure that they're creating what they're familiar with and will get them to recover, or I believe some animals actually won't ever be able to be rewild or reintroduced into the wild, so they are stuck there until their time comes. But they make sure that their home is exactly what they're supposed to have. Did I just make a super climbable wall here for them to maybe... Uh-oh. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that, because she can definitely just climb over this. Oh no. Oh no. Please, please don't do it. Delu. Delu, please. Oh, that's like perfectly set. Why are the brown bears not doing that, huh? Can you explain that to me? That's on me. Where's the box? I'm kind of curious where she goes right now, actually. I'm very curious where she goes, because I might have to make this null and have it just be all the way up. She is coming back in. Okay. That was cool. Maybe it's not a problem. Please don't look over here. I don't like the way you're getting ideas right now. I'm not a fan of that. Okay, cool. Not an issue. Oh, please just get down. Please. I just don't like when you turn around. Okay, thank you. Yes, okay. We're gonna have to kind of keep an eye on that. If it becomes an issue, we'll make this a null barrier and raise it really high up. I wonder if that actually will help, or if that's a thing. This is way more than 9.9 feet too, so... I can't believe she just got on this roof and just browsed around and came back in. She could have 100% just jumped out here. In any other situation, that would have happened. Were you thinking about your baby and you didn't want to leave her alone? I wonder. Oh my gosh, they're too adorable. That was pretty scary and funny at the same time. So I think this is really cool, like start for a habitat like this. I'm so happy with the way this turned out. It's a really nice way to make a kind of uplift a pond, taking these trees as well and just sinking them in. I think this is a trick used over and over in many Frontier games, and it's, I think, one of my favorites, to be honest. And we got our booming restaurant business. I'm so happy this actually worked out, because you guys saw when this opened, nothing was really going on here. I'm actually realizing that I could have totally just copied this all the way over. Don't like when it does that though. Okay. All you need to do is just fill in some of these gaps. Not too sure how that happened. It looks like they had kind of sunk them in. I wonder why they did that, actually. It's kind of odd. Huh. I mean, you guys are okay with that? Alright. If you're okay with it. I'm not sure how. You're just sitting in the rain. What are you eating there? You got a burger, fries, milkshake? Cupcake? Maybe that's a cupcake. Yeah. Okay. You guys are cool. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. Okay. I'm gonna work on that restaurant. Just kind of extend that canopy as well. Which one is that? Oh my gosh. Why are you guys not cleaning this? What's going on here? This is way too much poop. That's not good at all. Oh no. Who you got there? For a second there I was like, where'd my barrier go? We need to treat it seriously. Oh no. I mean, I don't like what's going on here. That should not be the case. Brown bears don't deserve that. Surprised protesters haven't arrived. Maybe they're not a fan of protesting in the rain. Oh my... You guys, I swear the game is listening to me. Right as I said that, it says protesters have arrived at your zoo. Oh my gosh. This happened to me in Jurassic World 3, where I said, I hope the iguanodon takes the nest, and so that we can see some baby iguanodons, some juveniles too, and see what the size comparison. Right as I said that, I got a notification, I think it was like here somewhere, that the iguanodon has taken possession of the nest. It's funny when that happens. A coincidence. Okay, so I have some homework. I have to finish off the restaurant, and I really need to figure out how to make these platforms. I might need to buy another DLC, a couple of them actually, just because it seems like I'm really missing quite a few cool things to use. And I really like to get this game, or be able to experience this game in its full capacity, especially before Planet Zoo 2. I know last episode I said that I'm waiting until Planet Zoo 2 to get the DLCs, but I don't want to feel like I'm limiting myself in experiencing Planet Zoo and not having all the animals and scenery pieces as well. So I'll look into getting those DLCs, the ones that I see fit, and I'm a lot more comfortable building habitats now, so I'll start sorry, trying to make sure I'm on the same train of thought. I'll be able to create these habitats a lot quicker and make them look awesome, because in the rain this looks pretty cool. I know there's some amazing habitats created by some amazing creators out there, but this is fun. Like, you guys have seen my experience in Planet Zoo. It's not a lot, but being able to create this kind of stuff easily, and you guys have probably done this, it's really fun, to be honest. And that's why I love these games. I really do. Okay, so a few things I'll do, and also kind of make this look a little better, just the surrounding area. And I'm really excited to introduce, we'll try to do 2, for sure 2, maybe 3 new carnivores in the next episode. I'd really like to get close to that mountain range and complete this zoo, because I'm looking forward to seeing what can be done. Yeah, it is cool. If it, you know what? We don't need to make it hard on ourselves. Where is the sun? I think that's no weather. Yeah, okay. No weather, I mean clear weather. This is so cool because these are kind of similar, but this is an enlarged version of the crocodile habitat. And sorry, I never knew that like what do you call those? Like lullaby sounds were happening whenever an offspring was about to be had. That's due for me. I don't know why I didn't hear that in the game before. But I think it's so cool now that the weather's cleared up. This is perfect timing to look. You really have different types of habitats here in some way. We have a lot more water, deeper water with a little land space, a lot more land space with very shallow water. And then a balance right here for the bears. Shallow and deep. Some waterfalls, a smaller backstage but walkable for guests. Backstage but only for the employees. And then very small one for the employees here. But a cool viewing gallery right here that the guests are not taking advantage of. Oh my goodness. I mean, what is going on here? This is going to be a problem. This is why Florida has a problem, I'm pretty sure. They breed so quickly. I mean, nobody can complain that you're not getting a view because they're... Are you okay? You are okay. You're just tired. Because you're having a baby every like 5 minutes. I'm not surprised. That's yeah, we did not need to introduce a second female crocodile there. Is this the male? Where's... So they're all siblings, right? Most of them? No, because we have a second female, they're not going to be. So, okay. So Wahyu is probably breeding with a female from Patara and possibly Dewi, because I don't think he was ever Dewi's offspring. Where was it? Mawar? Possibly. Winning. Yeah. Okay, those are new guys. Yeah, okay. So that's just an interesting situation got over there. Bears are a lot more bears now. I feel like breeding as a new... Are you okay? Are you sleeping? Who was fighting? Who? Devinosh. I'm so sorry. You're taking a nap though, but you're injured. Oh, poor guy. Hopefully you'll be okay. Can you guys not fight? Please? I've seen it. I know you guys argue. Okay. I'm gonna keep getting distracted. So a few things I need to do off camera, and then I'm looking forward to really introducing 2 to 3 more carnivores. I think it's gonna be so much fun. And I'll try to get some more DLCs here, so we're not lacking in some animals or scenery pieces as well. But thank you guys so much for experiencing today's build with me. It was a lot of fun trying to do this. I'm glad we've kind of perfected this. Almost perfected, not exactly. But kind of gotten this little bit more I'm a little more comfortable with it. I don't think I ever showed you guys ground level for this. But yeah, I think it looks so cool, especially with this wood. Oops, I was gonna get into the dam. Especially with the wood trim there, it looks really nice actually, and I'm glad that worked out. Yeah, this is fantastic, and I can't wait to make even better versions of this in the future here. Really looking forward to showing you guys that. But thank you guys so much for, again, taking the time to watch today's build, experiencing the video, and I'm so thankful for all of you guys that have joined me, and I believe we're getting close to 100 subscribers. It's so amazing that we are even getting close to that number, and I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. So thank you guys, and I hope you're having a wonderful week as well as a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.